Hi there, welcome along to another video for you to row along to. If you're on the 6-day training plan, then today is week 3, session 4. But no matter what, if this is your top tier event of the week, then this is going to be a toughie. We're going to be doing 12 minutes, 10 minutes and 8 minutes, each with 5 minutes rest in between. And the stroke rate is going to be around about 26 to 28 with a pace of around about 2k plus 7. Now if you compare this to the 5 times 6 minutes, that was a 2k plus 6 pace, then we're only getting a second of a backing off here, yet we're going to start off at 12 minutes. So this is going to be a top tier workout. Effort level wise, and that kind of means you're going to be starting off at 8 and getting up towards 10 quite quickly, and speech is going to be quite tough. As such, we're going to do our 10-minute race warm-up just to make sure that you're properly geared to go on this. I'll talk you through everything as we get through it, but we're going to start off this 10 minutes for rowing for 2 minutes and run about 18 strokes a minute, and your pace is going to be around about 2k plus 20 to 22. So just ease yourself in, and then I'll talk you through the rest of it. Okay, get your machine set up first. Make sure your drag factor's set. Remember, I've got a video about that if you want to know more about drag factor. Get your monitor at eye height so you don't have to look up or down, and set the straps so that they either cover the bottom lace on your shoe, or if you're on bare feet or socks like me, they cover your toes to a point that you're able to hinge forward at the front. Kind of strap will be kind of below your toes. There you go. Fluffing my lines because I was getting through that so quick because I knew I had a lot to cover, so apologies if that went too fast or if my hiccuping over words was an issue. But anyway, let's get into this 10-minute race warm-up. Starting off at around about 2k plus 20 to 22 and 18 strokes per minute. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a nice light start to this warm-up, and then we'll progressively go faster as the warm-up goes through. So we'll basically do this 2 minutes, followed by a slightly faster 2 minutes, and then we'll back off again for a minute, and then we'll start going through faster rate increases and speed, just to get you primed for today's session. Because like I say, this one is going to be a proper top session. But there's only one of these a week, and like I keep saying, you're here to try and get fitter and faster, so there's not much point avoiding a session like this. There's not really much point dreading a session like this either. If you look at a session that's programmed this way and dread it, you kind of have to question why you're training. Maybe you're beginning to overtrain if you're not enjoying these. But it sets you up nicely for the rest of the week, and then next week, which is the end of the performance plan, and obviously has a big finish to it. Right, so in 20 seconds we're going to increase the pace by 2 seconds, go a little bit faster, and increase the stroke rate by 2 as well. So up to 20 strokes per minute and run about 2k plus 18. Alright, let's do it from this stroke coming. Make sure follow along with me for the 20 strokes a minute. I know I was up and down a bit on that first 2 minutes, but stick with me for this 20. So we're going to be here for 2 minutes, and then at the end of this 2 minutes we'll ease back down to the 18 again. Now you may have noticed that I'm, for the first time in one of these sessions, I'm sitting on a seat pad. Not because I suddenly need one, but because I suddenly got one. Well, not suddenly, unless I bought it in surprise. But anyway, I did a quick test last night on it and posted a review with my initial thoughts, and then look forward to doing today's session on it to see how it feels. So far it's okay. I can still feel my shorts rubbing against it a little bit, which I do hope doesn't lead to a blister. Nobody wants a blister on their butt. Okay, so in 4 more strokes, we'll ease it back to the 18 strokes a minute, 2K plus 20, 22 from now. Okay, so just for 1 minute, ease it off again. Let that heart rate just settle. Let your muscles kind of just, well, settle too. Start to think about technique. Think about getting that forward lean at the front. Maintaining it into your backward lean at the back, funnily enough. Swinging through the hips. Driving from the legs. Remember, it's a pushing motion. Right, so we're about to go up to 22 strokes a minute and another 2 seconds faster, so plus 16. Let's go from this stroke here. Come on. So 2K plus 16 for 30 seconds. And then when the 30 seconds are up, we'll go back down to 18 again. Just let the stroke rate guide you when it comes to these small increases. 1 more stroke, and then back down to 18. And then when we get down to 4 minutes to go in this warm-up, we're going to go up to 24 strokes a minute, and then 2K plus 12. So a bit of a leap from the last one, but you can make it. 1 more here. Okay, so it's got to 24. Hopefully the jump in stroke rate will have got you already somewhere near 2K plus 12. So you shouldn't need too much of an extra leg drive to get there. Okay, 2 more strokes here. Back to 18. And obviously, you'll recognize the pattern. So from 24, we go up to 26 next, and 2K plus 9. Two more strokes. 1 more. Let's get up to 26. Come on. A good solid drive from your legs. Hit that catch at the front. Pick up the flywheel. Maybe closer to 25 right now. There we go. One more. Back to 18. Should feel your heart rate's up a little bit. Slightly heavier breathing as we approach the next one, which is 28 strokes a minute and 2K plus 5. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 28. Seems to be constantly one off. Come on. Still saying 27. Come on. That's it. One more. And then let's finish off. So back to 18. And then we'll finish off with a 30 stroke per minute and 2K plus 2. A little faster than you'll be doing in the session, but it'll help if you've snapped over the top of it. Okay, here we go. 30 strokes a minute. K plus 2. Let your leg drive guide you here, along with your stroke rate. One more. And then let's paddle home. Just let a nice soft easy stroke take care of mobilizing the blood and any what's the word I'm looking for? Not acids. Free radicals, whatever you want to call them. Whatever you want to call the burn. Let that get around your body and out the way. There we go. Continue moving up and down the rail. Make sure and have a quick drink. And I'll quickly go through today's session one more time. Alright then, so a quick recap. Today's session is going to be 12 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 8 minutes, with 5-minute rests in between. And trust me, you're going to need those 5-minute rests. If you want to set your monitor to row along with me, then set the rests to undefined rather than 5 minutes. That way we'll be able to start and stop at the same time. The only thing you'll need to do is before you start the next interval, there's a button you'll have to press to say continue or press for next interval or whatever. You'll see it. I think any button will do at that point. Anyway, but I'll try and remind you when to do it, but basically 10-15 seconds before the interval starts, press that button and it'll prime your monitor ready to go. Hopefully I've just waffled long enough for you to be able to do just that. So anyway, your pace today is going to be 2K plus 7. So this is going to be quite a tough one. 12 minutes of 2K plus 7 is going to take it out of you. But then you've got 5-minute rests to allow you to be able to get into the next one, which is 10 minutes at the same pace. Then another 5-minute rest to get you another 8 minutes. So it is going to be top. Effort level is going to probably start off kind of 8, but you're going to quite quickly get up to 9 and 10, and then you'll get the rest period and the same thing will happen. And talking is not going to be comfortable. I don't even know how I'm going to get on with this one, talking to you, so let's hope we're not just going to be rowing together in silence. That would be bad. Okay, try and hold your pace from start to finish. If you're starting to struggle, then okay, I'll let you back off a little bit. I'd rather you backed off a couple of seconds and stopped entirely. However, this should be designed enough, especially with these longer rest periods, this should be designed well enough for you to be able to manage the entire thing. But I have to stress, it is a top tier training session. This is meant to push you, okay? So don't worry, don't panic if you start to get a little bit tired through these ones. It's meant to take you up into how it's going to feel during a 2K, okay? So, caveated enough, my feet are in, my butt's on my new seat pad, which I'm still, it feels okay, but unsure. And I'm talking too much, so I think it's around about time we started, okay? So, in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, I'm going for around about 28 strokes a minute. So you can follow along with me. Right now it feels nice and comfortable, nice and manageable. I can only worry as we're only 30 seconds into this, that may change quite quickly. Today I'm trying to concentrate on snapping into that catch at the front of the machine. Getting my heels down for a solid connection. And that all starts with vertical shins at the front, straight arms, and a forward body lean. So I seem to have settled in at 27 strokes per minute. I did say I'd go between 26 and 28. That's wrong. Now, on the peak plan, this session is down as a 3 kilometer, then 2.5, and then 2. So I've reversioned it for these RowAlong videos, assuming a 2-minute 500, which hopefully balances out all the people who are slower than 2 minutes and all the people who are faster. For their average 2K pace. Okay, 3 minutes down. It's all okay so far. I'm still feeling a solid 8 out of 10 on the perceived effort scale. Seat pad working nicely. Legs driving out, hopefully without too much of a butt scoot. Breathing mostly under control. Just when I talk to you for too long that I start to labour a bit from my breathing. But I don't want to back off, because there's a good chance you're in exactly the same state as me, and I want to hit hard shit at the same time as you. Still holding 2K plus 7 at 27 strokes per minute. Starting to get quite hot now though. It's 5 minutes gone. You've got this, come on. It's not going to feel twice as hard as this to get to the end, don't worry. Make sure and keep your arms straight through the drive. Only bend your elbows at the back here as you finish the stroke. Try not to pull the handle right from the start of the stroke. You're hanging on to it your leg drive, getting up through your body, through straight arms. Right, here we go, so halfway, well done, good job so far. It's always nice to hit that Bon Jovi moment. We're halfway there. Keep along with me for stroke rate. If you're struggling, just let my rhythm guide you. This is an all-round test of higher stroke rates, your cardio, your muscular system, and your mental fortitude. Five minutes to go. Come on. There's something about dipping under 4 that feels so magical on a roll like this. So it's almost like it's the home stretch. Not in the 2K though. On 2K, with 4 minutes to go, we're still thinking, oh no, there's still 4 minutes to go. Right, I've been talking too much. Lost concentration on my connection at the front. So let's all do that. Try and hit that catch right at the front as your legs drive in. Try and minimize your seat going backwards or your back going backwards before you connect properly at the drive. It helps me if I think about keeping my knees inside the cage that my arms make for them. Almost putting them in my armpits. 3 minutes to go, come on. Without overreaching in order to put my knees near my armpits, of course. But keeping your knees together can really help with that connection at the front. Not together, but about, well, naturally about 6 inches apart instead of bowing them out to the sides. Ooh. Talking too much again. I'm going to shut up until 2 to go. All right then, 2 minutes to go. You've already done 10 minutes. So you do not need to back off. If you've done 10 minutes of this, you can do another 145. $130, come on, keep that rhythm going. A nice, smooth drive, return, drive, return. Get that handle over your knees before they bend to bring you home. One minute to go. Oh, I can smell the finish line of this first interval. And it's a Friday night, so we all know what that smell is, don't we? Friday night, spaghetti bolognese. Come on. "30 seconds to go." I realise, of course, probably won't be Friday night for you, but come on. Almost there. A few more strokes, and then we're done on this interval. One more. Good job. All right. So I'd put that up at probably about, well, I say 9. I'm not going to start going into 8.75s and stuff, so have a drink. And even if you're not going to continue doing any light rowing, make sure and at least rock up the rail like this, just to help flush out your muscles. Ooh. You don't want to just sit completely dead, leaving all the blood to pool in your muscles. I mean, dead hasn't stopped. I obviously don't want you to stop completely dead. That would be bad. We'll just move up and down. Got 5 minutes, so maybe a couple of minutes of this, and then you could stop and just relax for a couple more minutes, and then when we get 1 minute to go, strap back in and continue. If you haven't set any kind of intervals on your monitor, well, there's a chance it's probably already turned off on you, but press maybe the top right button just to keep it alive, or whatever button you want. Just don't press the units display or menu button, because that'll change what you're seeing or go back to the main menu. So just every now and then, if you've just done just row, just press it from time to time. But the undefined rest idea does work. It just means you just have to remember to press that button with 10-15 seconds to go, and not actually start rowing until I start. Right, so there's 3 minutes to go in this rest. I'm just going to unstrap and I might just reseat my backside. It's definitely a nice seat pad. I mean, if you haven't seen my review of it, when I first sat on it yesterday for the first time, it really did feel as though there was something. I mean, I've spoken to you before about posture, how it feels like a carrot. You want to make it feel as though you've got a carrot stuck up your backside so that you have a nice kind of powerful back, not bolt out upright. We're not in military academy, but just kind of a nice powerful, ready to take brace what's coming at you. Now, I'm not saying that this is the equivalent of that. I mean, there isn't a bump at the back that feels like it's going up. There is a bump at the front. So for both male and female, press is somewhere you don't really want to have something pressed against, but actually it's quite comfortable. But I'm so used to, as a cyclist, or someone who used to cycle a lot, picking saddles that didn't do this. So the saddle I use is a Damo saddle, which is like 2 prongs that come out like that. You put your sit bone inside the side so that there's no pressure on your bits. So to now have this that has pressure on my bits, it's a bit weird. But it's fine, apart from just feeling, so the material from my shorts is kind of rubbing a little bit, so maybe that's poor choice in shorts, you never know. And then I'll watch this video back later and Do you see if it's made any difference to my stroke? I know what my main faults are. Got an overlean at the front as I go forward, kind of slouch at the back slightly, and like I say, if I'm here, my butt will scoot first and then I'll do the drive. So anyway, a minute to go. You'll see I've just strapped in. Ready for the next one. So it's a 10-minute interval next, same pace, same stroke rate. Hopefully slightly different dull chat from me, but same intensity. It's shorter, but you've just had a 12-minute chunk taken out of your fitness. So even with this 5 minutes recovery, there's a good chance that this 10-minute interval is going to feel tougher than the last one. Okay, this is why the 5-minute rest periods are there. I'll talk probably more about them in the next one, but I've only had one person say these rest intervals are too long. And like I say, for normal programming that I do, then 5-minute rests is a bit tough, a bit long, sorry, but anyway, right, if you're on undefined rests, press your button now and get ready to start with me. Don't row before I do, because otherwise your thingy will start counting down, your monitor. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go into interval 2. Straight back up to stroke rates. Straight back up to pace, please. Try not to, if you find yourself overcooking your pace, which I was just at 2K plus 5, make sure and back down a little bit. I mean, if you want to go in the last interval, if you want to go all guns blazing, then by all means do, but I don't recommend doing it in this one. How's my watch doing? Come on. Decided to put my Apple Watch on for the first time in ages today. But of course, because I stopped for 5 minutes, and now thinks I'm done. Technology is a help and a hindrance at times. So, should feel okay so far, but as fatigue from the last interval sets in, try not to back off your pace or your stroke rate, or indeed try not to let your technique collapse. Still want a strong drive from the legs. Your back swinging from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Straight arms until the finish here, and then a good solid finish with the handle just below your sternum, squeezing shoulder blades together and trying to send your wrists through flat. You'll notice I don't have a high finish. You'll see some people go like this, up high, like that. I mean, it's one way to row. If you want to do it, but I find that what I just described to you is the most efficient and least injury prone way to row, because going up high like that, like this, means using your forearms and your wrists in a slightly different angle of force. So you could then end up with tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, or who knows. Whereas this way follows the line of force straight through your arms and into your body. 4 minutes gone. I'll try and notice my stroke rate. Even though my pace is the same, my stroke rate's been 26, quite a lot so far, so I'll try and keep it at least to 27. Stick to my promise. How you feeling? My right quad is now starting to feel as though it's working hard. I must drive out harder with my right leg than my left. Under halfway to go. But arms, shoulders, glutes, stomach, everything else feels fine. Well, relatively fine. I wouldn't want to sit at Sunday dinner feeling like this. Okay, 4 minutes to go. It's the magic 4. And don't worry if you're listening to me saying it doesn't feel tough. It does. Just currently 8.5 out of 10 tough. Not 10 out of 10. I can't keep going tough. Everyone's different. As long as you can make it to the end, doesn't matter when it started feeling tough for you. This workout is programmed to be super intense, but allow you to do it. If I said 2K pace for all 3 of these, that would be wrong. You wouldn't be able to do it, or at least you shouldn't be able to do it. Chances are your 2K time is soft if you can. So, with just over 2 minutes to go, you should be fine to complete this one without having to slow down, and certainly without having to do anything more drastic. I'm not going to say the word. $145 to go. There we go. That's a solid 9 now. Both legs feel like they're working. Cardio pumping away. Breathing a lot harder. Talking a lot less. But still holding rate and holding pace. That's the important part. As long as 1 minute to go, as long as you're still going as fast, and you've not had to do something weird to your technique to manage it, then you're doing okay. Ooh, my mouth is dry. "30 seconds to go." Come on. Even if you have to close your eyes and wait for me to say stop, then go ahead and do that. 4, 3, 2, here we go. 1. Well done. Good job. Another 5-minute rest. Oh, yeah. Could be the seat cushion that's just shifted my weight and the angle of force enough, but I can feel it kind of radiating along here. Could be poor flexibility, of course, but hey, I'm working on it. As we row together, I'm working on these things. So never think I'm just being altruistic here. I'm actually using you selfishly to help me. Here's you thinking that I was doing all this just for you. No. It's all about me, all about me. I joke, of course. It is all about you. I enjoy recording these for you, and then I tend to pick, because I'm doing these relatively soon in succession, sometimes a day after each, sometimes a couple of days in between, but what I tend to do is if there's a couple of days in between, I'll do it again for myself. I should probably do it the other way around, eh? I should probably do it for myself first, so that I'm absolutely locked in on the pace, and then do it for you and say, 2K plus it. But no, we're in this together, we're seeking this one out together, and then next time round, once this 4-week cycle is finished, if you're going to double back and start from the beginning again, you'll remember this from the first time you did it, and if you set the undefined rest intervals in your monitor, you can come back and look at your monitor for when you did it on this first 4-week chunk, and then when you do it again in 4 weeks' time, you can look at how far you got on the 12, the 10 and the 8, see if you've managed to get any faster and stronger by going through the next 4 weeks of the plan. Theoretically, you should, but we all know that we have good days and bad days and all that kind of stuff, but if you're constantly hitting the pace guide as you should, and you do week 4 properly, then you should be setting your training goals faster and faster each time you pass through this 4-week cycle. Even if it's only a second each time, or half, or well, I suppose half a second is a hard one to gauge, but even if it's only little bits, I mean, if you were 1 second faster every 4 weeks, then what's that, say 12, 13 seconds faster over a year? Now, if your 2K pace right now is 1:53 and you're going 13 seconds faster on that 2K pace, we're not talking a total 2K here, we're talking actually your training pace, then you'll have gone from 1:53 to 1:40, so you'll have gone from like a 7:32, all right? Yeah, 7:32 to a 6:40. Have I got my maths right there? See, that's me doing maths again. Don't let me do maths. You can see the state of me. I'm soaking wet, I'm breathing heavy, and you've asked me to do maths again. Really? I don't know. I mean, It's like a poor performance review, isn't it? Where I just go in and I blame the boss, blame the boss for the state I'm in. Just go, well, it's your fault. You're the one making me do my job. If you just paid me to sit at home, I wouldn't make an error. Not that I make any errors in my job, of course. I'm amazing. I'm also incredibly sarcastic, so I enjoy what I do. I said that in the last session. I do enjoy my job. And actually, the thing is I work for myself and freelance, so I am my own boss, so I'm disappointed in myself. How tough is that? Tough love. Every morning I give myself a stern talking to. Right, Apple Watch. Oh no, you are still running. That's good. What's it saying? That I have burnt 400 calories so far since we started this. Think that's likely? 480 total calories, 400 burn, maybe. Right, 15 seconds to go until this last interval. Let's get back on point. Press your button if you're on undefined rests, and we're going in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 8 minutes, same pace, same stroke rate. Two minutes shorter, so that last 10 minutes would have taken another chunk of your available fitness out of you. But hopefully, the fact that you're going 2 minutes less on this one will make up for a lot of that. And although towards the end, this might feel progressively harder than the last interval, you should still be able to make it to the end. So this really is aiming to make you feel like a 2K. Your cardio will be sapped, your muscles will be sapped, yet you may still have 2 minutes to go. And that's the mental fortitude that you need in the 2K race to know you can still do it. I mean, I would have paced this final 8 minutes as though it were a 2K, but I don't want to overcomplicate matters. Now, once we get to 2 minutes, if you want to do a sprint finish while maintaining stroke rate, then go for it. Because being able to put out a sprint finish on a 2K is a great habit to develop. And it's pretty much always there in your system, whether it's 500 to go or 300 or even just 100. Being able to sprint finish can often mean the difference between a PB or the difference between winning a race or just whether you're satisfied with the session or not. 5 to go. And trust me, you should have in a 2K race or test that little bit of gung-ho energy in you to sprint finish. I think I've said this before, but it's like going for dinner. You have a big starter, a couple of pints of water, huge plate of pasta for main course with more water or whatever you're drinking. 4 minutes to go. And then at the end of the main course, you feel stuffed. But then you come along with a dessert trolley. And you really like ice cream. No matter how full you are from your meal, there's always room for ice cream. So you have 1 or 2 scoops. And that is your sprint finish on a 2K. How many scoops do you have left in you? 1, 2, 3. Talking of 3. 3 minutes to go, come on. We'll try and keep 27 strokes a minute for you. Come on. So, let's go through technique, just in case you're about to sprint. Arms straight until the finish, and then over your knees before your knees bend, like that. Let your arms help engage that forward body rock. Two minutes to go, come on. The leg drive should feel like you're trying to push the machine away from you. You're not trying to pull it to you with your arms. You're pushing it away with your legs. Push it, don't pull it. Nice, relaxed hands. You're not choking the handle. Fingers as hooks. Maybe even point your elbows slightly towards the ground. 1 minute to go, come on. You've got this. Engage that core all the way from the front to the back of the machine. Let yourself recover as you come forwards. Full strokes, come on. Full leg drive. All the way to the front again. And all the way to the back. Arms loose. Come on. Everybody. Give these last 4 strokes a good amount. Oh, go one more, come on, one more. Well done. Good job to all of you for holding on there. Have a quick drink. Then let's get quite quickly into a cool down. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Give it some pressure here. So for example,
I'll tend to, after a bottom tier workout, I'll be at 2k plus 40 right now, 2k plus 30 right now, so we're still easing off, excuse me, but not as much as if you're on the bottom or middle tier row. Right, you can start to just back off a little bit, maybe drop another 5 seconds. And there we go. So that was for the 6-day session, people. Week 3, session 4. Anyone else? That was your top tier workout of the week. So well done for getting all the way through it. I know I'm certainly looking forward to my spaghetti. So remember, if you've got this far and you haven't read the full training plan and the reasons behind it, the thinking for how it's planned out, please go to pdprowing.com and read it, because this will make so much more sense. Remember, I've got loads of other workouts that aren't part of this plan if you're just looking for a one-off. And then also check out indoorrowinginfo.com for a list of other training plans and apps and teams and competitions and all that kind of jazz. And obviously, once you're done with today's session, that's my 2 minutes up, you keep going. Once you're done with today's session, I'd love it if you subscribed, commented, all the kind of stuff you can do on YouTube. I also got a Facebook group, PDP Rowing. I don't know what it is. Probably just search PDP Rowing on Facebook and you'll find it. But I think interaction is probably best on YouTube because everyone sees it when they're on there. If you're not reading the Facebook page, you don't see how people are getting on. So apart from screenshots and stuff, which you can't add in YouTube, you can do all the comments. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling again. What did we cover today? Hashtag, I was about to say maths fail. I go for that. Hashtag maths fail. Or if you're American, math fail, because you don't have an S in maths, do you? Which is quite strange. We'll get into that another day, like aluminium and aluminum and lift and elevator and all that stuff. I mean, there's clearly all the letters in the word aluminium for you to say aluminium. So quite why you say aluminum. Suddenly, everyone, unlike. Sorry, I'm not joking. I'm not taking the mick out of you. I am joking. To all my American friends. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Suddenly my subscriber numbers are going to plummet, aren't they? Anyway, so yes, the hashtag is either maths fail or math fail. Or you could just hashtag idiot. It's probably just as better, hashtag idiot. But then I see the comments and they come up hashtag idiot and it makes me feel bad. That's my yearly review, is all this stuff. Anyway, right, okay, I've waffled long enough for you to hopefully be cool by now. Not in a Fonzie way, but in a cool down way. So thanks for making it all the way to the end of these videos. I mean, I really do have delusions of adequacy when it comes to my presenter skills. So I do appreciate when you actually get this far and comment on it. So that's it, we're done. Session 4 is done. Session 5, if you're on the 6-day plan, is a nice bottom to your recovery. If you're on the other days, then I can't think what you have next. I think it probably is a bottom to your recovery as well. So, and that's it, we're done. I'm off for some spaghetti and to read some maths and etiquette lessons so I don't end up unable to count and insulting an entire nation. So sorry about that. Have a nice day. Please stay safe. Be well. Bye-bye.